No win in 3 has left Leamington looking over their shoulders as they lie just 6 points above the drop zone with 11 games to play. With that, the Breaks still have plenty of time to get points on the board between now and the end of the season, but Holleran will want his side to find form as soon as possible as he seeks what would be just a second win in 15 games. He makes one change, the side that suffered a 1-0 loss away to promotion contenders Spennymoor Town last week, as Dan Sweeney earns his first start for the club following his loan move from Solihull Muirs. Joe Clark retains his place in midfield as Callum Gittins has still not recovered from injury he suffered against Blyth. Colby Bishop bagged a brace in the 2-2 draw between these sides at Bootham Crescent in early December, and he's seeking what will be his 21st goal of the season here this afternoon. Ahmed Obeng drops to the bench. York City find themselves in a rich vein of form. With 4 wins in their last 5 games, the Minister men will certainly have their tails up as they travel to the Phillips 66, seeking their 4th win on the spin. The 12 points they have gathered in the past month has slingshotted City from a relegation scrap to playoff contenders. The past 3 meetings between these sides have ended in 2-2 draws. Will tradition prevail this afternoon, or will one of these sides do enough to take all 3 points and develop the saga between these 2 closely matched teams? Jamie Hood will fire up the line towards Jack Edwards, gets his touch, he's pressured by Moke. Here's Wilder, this is dangerous for the Breaks. Jordan Murphy's onside, fantastic challenge. Bench ref there. It's blocked out by Jack Edwards, but the Breaks almost an early breakthrough for them, Kieran.
Yeah, it's a great start. Worked the ball well in and around the box. Jordan got himself in. It was quite a big tackle, but it looked like it was a good tackle.
Yeah, got plenty of the ball there, did the centre-back for York City. And bench ref is up from the back, as is Sean Newton. It's lofted towards Burrows, balanced way to York, faced by Connor Goodger, edge of the penalty area. Gets away from his marker, there's bench ref! Tony Breeden keeps it out, but it's turned in by Alex Kempster at the back post. And York City make the breakthrough on the 10-minute mark. Leamington just couldn't deal with the initial free kick. York did well down the right-hand side, just created a bit of space for himself before whipping the ball across. Breeden just couldn't deal with it efficiently enough, and it broke for Alex Kempster, who made no mistake, smashing into the roof of the net to make it Leamington 0, York City 1.
It was a good save originally, the first one from Tony, but he just wasn't able to keep hold of it. And unfortunately for the Breaks, the first player lining up was a York player to stick it in the back of the net.
And not the start that Paul Holleran would have wanted at all. Leamington once again conceding an early goal at home. Edwards is there, breaks for Joe Clark. Junior English, faced by the goal scorer Alex Kempster. Here's Sweeney then. English. There's Murphy! Cheeky flick by Jordan Murphy at the front post, but straight at Adam Bartlett. Launched up towards Edwards. Wins the header despite the efforts of bench ref. Lofted ball towards Sweeney. He'll get there ahead of Ferguson. Needs support here, does Sweeney. Gets beyond Ferguson. Ball in! And Adam Bartlett had to act quickly there. Deceived by the cross and just palmed it over his own crossbar for the Leamington corner. Good turn of pace by Dan Sweeney. A chance for Leamington to find a way back into the game. Goodger. Edwards chest down for Bishop. He's gone well here. The flag was up on that far side anyway. Wouldn't have counted, but Bishop did very well to turn from his marker, just using his body. Just couldn't quite keep the volley down.
Not too sure how he can actually be offside there. No one's touched it and the ball's gone through from a throw-in, so strange, but great effort from Colby.
Still going Ferguson. Kempster driving inside on his right foot now. Kempster with the effort. Plenty of power in the drive, but it was straight at Tony Breeden, never really causing the Leamington goalkeeper any hassle. Clark, more up than out by the centre midfielder. English is there. Ferguson easily takes it away from Sweeney. Good play by York City. Here's Ferguson then. Burgess. Ferguson's continues run down the line. Burgess instead driving inside. McLaughlin round the corner. Kempster on his left foot. Easily gathered by Tony Breen. Not enough pace on the effort in the end, but it was good play by York City on the edge of the area. Good intricate passing by the away side. English able to bring it away. Here's Edwards. Finds its way towards English. Gets his pass to Moke. Moke looking to recover. He's found Joe Clark. He's dispossessed in the centre circle by Burrow. Here's York then. York forced inside. And he lays off Sean Newton just inside the Leamington half. Here's Ferguson now. Burrow is called for the ball. Can't quite find the striker. But still, York City retain possession. Griffiths with a lofted ball towards the back post. English is there. Sweeney challenging with Ferguson. Ferguson once again gets the better of Sweeney. Tries the effort on his left foot straight down the throat of Tony Breen. But you can see the confidence that York City are playing with when they do win the ball back. On this occasion, Joe Clark just being caught in possession in the centre circle. Wilding switches towards Sweeney. Just needs to take a bit more care in possession to Leamington. Here's Burgess bringing it forward for York City. Kempster, the goal scorer, on his left foot, delivers the ball to the back post. York is there. Don't think he expected the ball to fall to him, did Wes York? Just couldn't quite direct his header goalwards. Griffiths will launch this back in. This time it's easily headed out by Jordan Murphy. Benchreff beats Cole Bishop to the ball once again. Jamie Hood was aware from Joe Clark's flick on. Edwards just being sandwiched this time by Benchreff. And York. And it seems to be a nasty collision. Jack Edwards has stayed down motionless on the turf. And there is a group of players surrounding the referee. It seems to be a bit of hustle and tussle. Leamington are not happy with the challenge by Benchreff. And Michael Barlow has to defuse this situation. Seems to have calmed down now. Still plenty of yellow and red shirts around him.
Yeah, it looked like a nasty one for Jack. Can't say it was intentional, but Benchreff obviously led with his elbow and caught Jack there, so booking.
He's just going to have a consultation with Benchreff and show him the yellow card. As you say, Kieran, I think he just did lead with his elbow there on Jack Edwards. Burgess's ball towards the front post. Burrow was there, but his flick not near enough to the goal to worry Tony Breen. Advancing down the left is the left back. Here's Kempster. His goal separates the two sides. McLaughlin now. Moke. York just slowing down play and patiently building up an attack. Kempster down the line. English is aware, and will clear in towards the burger van. Here's McLaughlin. Ferguson now. McLaughlin. Ferguson. His loop ball will find Burgess. He'll keep it alive. Griffiths. Away from Murphy. Griffiths with the drive. Always going wide. English will look to launch this in towards Jack Edwards. Meets Edwards. Bartlett had to be aware it's near post and palm behind for a corner kick. Launched up by Griffiths. Mace is there, brought down by Obeng. and he hooks up towards Bishop. Newton's there. There's Jack Edwards. Advancing is Jordan Murphy. He's got away here. Jordan Murphy in for Leamington. Can't keep the effort down. What a chance for the Breaks to bring themselves level. 7 minutes into the second half. Jordan Murphy breaking free of David Ferguson. There was nothing the left back could do to stop the winger. Had all the time in the world against the advancing Adam Bartlett, but just shot way over the crossbar. What a chance, Kieran.
Massive chance. I think you can see the difference straight away what the wind's making. The ball's travelling over their two centre-halves' heads, which didn't happen in the first half, and that's causing the problem there. It's just a real shame Jordan couldn't keep his shot down.
An opportunity for Leamington to load the box with bodies. Jordan Murphy across to take. Looks to cause some problems inside that York City penalty area, and it comes. Free header for Jamie Hood. Couldn't keep the effort down. He just escaped his marker, Sean Newton. It was a free header for the centre back. Here's Hood. Hood seeking Ahmed Obe in the pass, just wasn't accurate enough. And allowed Griffiths to pick the ball up in the right back position. His attempted clearance is blocked. Newton back to his goalkeeper. And Bartlett doing just enough to get the ball clear past the advancing Jordan Murphy. Here's York. Plays over the top towards the advancing Kempster. Here's Burrow, is the man over. Left foot delivery. York is waiting. Goodger doing just enough, and he wins the foul.
It's great defending. Good tracking back from Connor.
But with all Leamington's attack in these past 10 minutes or so, York still pose a threat when they do build an attack on the counter. Just ricochets into Sean Newton. Goodger finds Jordan Murphy. Trying to squeeze the ball towards Ahmed Obeng. Obeng will touch down for Connor Goodger. Goodger on his left foot, gets the ball across. Confusion. And it's Sean Newton with confusion with his goalkeeper Adam Bartlett. And there was a ricochet off Ahmed Oben that put the ball behind for a goal kick. Burgess. Here he is again, well found by Ferguson. Kempster. This is dangerous. Burgess has the area. There's McLaughlin, just couldn't quite get the whip on the effort and curl it towards that bottom corner. But once again, fantastic play on the edge of the area by York City. Just a few ricochets in the midfield, the fortuitous for York City. Griffiths. York City have grown back into this game in these past 5 minutes or so, but here comes Connor Goodger trying to change that. Reece Flanagan spreads the ball to the advancing Junior English. Plenty of space for the right back to pick a ball into the box. In it comes, lofted towards Colby Bishop at the back post. Leaves it for Connor Goodger. Does drop for Bishop. There's Murphy. And it's easily into the hands of Adam Bartlett via a deflection off Sean Newton. Clark seeking Obeng. Lays it off to Flanagan and continues his run down the left-hand side. Past Griffith. Ahmed Obeng into the penalty area on his right foot. Left foot. Bishop with the flick. Bartlett stretching to tip it over the crossbar.
It's good bit of play. Reece and Ahmed linked up really nicely there. And Colby, it was a clever header to be fair. Keepers managed to just tip it over the bar.
Holding off the challenge of Burgess before finding James Mace. Leamington need to get the ball upfield here. Murphy driving inside on his left foot. Thought about the shot. Still Murphy will think about the shot. Straight down the throat of Adam Bartlett. Good effort from Jordan Murphy though. Did well to hold off the defender. Just couldn't quite generate enough precision with the effort to beat Adam Bartlett. Leamington able to retain possession. 30 seconds of normal time remain. Breeden finds Lane on the left hand side. Plenty of space for him. Launches the ball, finds Junior English, he flicks on. Newton slices away. Mace beats Moke to the ball. Murphy, Edwards goes down edge of the penalty area. Free kick Leamington in a very dangerous position on the edge of the penalty area. Joe Clark and Reece Flanagan standing over this. There'll be 4 minutes of additional time. Can one of these players conjure up a bit of magic for the breaks. Flanagan then over the bar, not good enough from Reece Flanagan, and another chance goes begging for Leamington. Is there one last twist in the tail? It's over Edwards. McLaughlin able to head away. Lane will set back to Tony Breeden. 15 seconds. Leamington hook the ball upfield. Watched all the way. Here's Obeng. Brought it down. Edwards flicks it through. Obeng allow it to run out for a throw in. One last chance for Leamington. One last chance to find an equaliser from somewhere. In it comes. And it's cleared away by Burgess. And the referee brings the match to an end. And it's a big win for York City. They make it 4 wins out of 4. And it's an Alex Kempster tap-in on 10 minutes that separates the two sides in the end. Leamington had 2 clear-cut chances in the second half in which they were much improved through Jordan Murphy and Jamie Hood. But for Leamington, it's another disappointing afternoon at the Phillips 66. It's finished here Leamington 0, York City 1.
So Paul, a bit of a disappointing result today. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, sadly, it's taking a bit of a familiar pattern for us, really, where we're having a real good go in games, creating lots of chances, and there's lots of energy there today, lots of good individual performances. But it's another defeat, and certainly the last 4, whether Hereford, Blythe, and Spennymoor and Tadane, 4 games we could have won with the bounce of the ball and a bit more clinical. I think when we look back at the goal, we'll be disappointed with that. It's difficult first half conditions, but we defended well, and look, these are a good side with good players. And I think the biggest compliment to us was second half. We really got after them. You could see the belief coming back in the players, and when you got York City sort of changing to a diamond and changing to 5 at the back to contain you, I mean it's good play from them. But we'll look back at certainly 2 or 3 big moments in the game that we should have done better. One-on-ones and free headers, and we're not hitting targets, which is frustrating. It was similar last week as well at Spennymoor when we've had 2 or 3. These kind of games, there's not going to be 10 chances each. They've had a couple, we've had 4 or 5 probably, and we haven't worked the keeper enough again. It's disappointing because there was lots of good build-up play, lots of good individual performances again, and sometimes as a manager you look at that and there's not much I can criticise at the moment. I'm just trying to keep the players ticking over. It's a difficult run of games. Things are slightly going our way. We've got good players missing. Connor Taylor's broke down in the warm-up today. We're a little bit up. Dan Sweeney's gone off with a thigh strain. Just lots of things are going against us at the moment. And then on the pitch, we're certainly not getting the bounce of the ball or the rub of the green. We've just got to stick at it. We're experienced at this. That's the only thing I would say in our favour. And I just think if the players can keep them individual levels up, we're getting closer to a clean sheet, which I think is important. And some of these chances that are skying over the bar are going just wide might just start trickling in for us. And I firmly believe that lots of things we're doing are right. Lots of play. You can see the level of commitment and effort from the players. So there's no question marks there. It's a difficult run. We're losing against good sides. But like I say, we could have easily picked up 12 points at the last 4 games. We picked up 1, and that's just where we are at the moment. And we've got to keep going, keep working really hard like we are, keep creating chances like we are, and hopefully these 1-0 defeats will turn into 1-0 wins, and we'll all be a bit happier.
Obviously, another hard game for Tuesday night is going to Bradford Park. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, well, listen, it's another side, challenging for the playoffs, and listen, it's always a tough place to go, especially on a Tuesday night. But listen, like I just said there, we've just similar to last week at Spennymoor, we've got to go there again, and like we always do, we'll have a good go again, and we know the challenge what faces us, but we'll look forward to it as well. It's a good chance for us to. I don't think we're far away from picking up some points again. The performances are there. I'll be more concerned if I'm looking at performances in the flat, and there's lots of 5s and 6s out of 10 and possibly not creating chances. What I'm seeing is lots of endeavour, lots of commitment. I think we're playing clever football at times. We're creating chances. And sadly, it's just that at this present moment in time, it's just everything's just slightly going against us. And you know, like I've said before, you know, there's no magic fairy will come down and sort it out. Well, we've got to sort it out, and we will. I'm sure we will. And as long as we keep everything there, and then obviously, you know, you look at today again, and you look at 3 or 4 big decisions that probably, you know, have gone against us. And I've got Jack Edwards with teeth missing in his mouth, because that was a terrible challenge. Lash out in the first half, he didn't see that one. Penalty call, lots of things with Ahmed, little things gone against us. So we've come out the wrong side of lots of close calls today, which is disappointing.